Discovering Florida beyond the theme parks. Welcome to Infinite Horizons. Today we're exploring Florida, but not the way you might expect. While the Sunshine State is world famous for its theme parks, there's so much more waiting to be discovered. From pristine beaches and vibrant cities to natural wonders, wildlife encounters, and cultural gems, Florida offers something for every traveler. In this video, we'll uncover the must-see attractions beyond the theme parks. So let's dive in. When it comes to beaches, Florida is truly world-class, offering over 1,300 miles of coastline and some of the most diverse stretches of sand in the United States. On the Gulf Coast, the water is calm, warm, and perfect for families. Clearwater Beach regularly tops lists of America's best beaches, with soft white sand and plenty of restaurants and hotels nearby. Siesta Key near Sarasota is famous for its powdery quartz sand that stays cool underfoot, even on the hottest days. Further south, Naples combines pristine sand with a more upscale vibe, complete with elegant shops and dining just steps from the shore. Over on the Atlantic coast, you'll find a different vibe with livelier waves and a buzzing beach culture. South Beach in Miami is iconic, not just for its turquoise waters, but also for its colorful Art Deco backdrop and energetic nightlife. Daytona Beach is another highlight, known for its wide, hard-packed shoreline where cars are still allowed to drive right onto the sand. Surfers should head to Cocoa Beach, the surf capital of Florida, home to the famous Ron Jon Surf Shop. For those looking for something more laid back, Florida also has beautiful island getaways. Sanibel and Captiva Islands on the Gulf Coast are a paradise for shell collectors and nature lovers. On the Atlantic side, Amelia Island near the Georgia border offers historic charm, horseback riding on the beach, and fewer crowds. And we can't forget the Florida Panhandle, where places like Destin and Pensacola Beach are known for their powdery white sand and emerald green waters. These are some of the most beautiful stretches of coastline in the state, with a more relaxed, family-friendly feel. Whether you want vibrant nightlife, calm family waters, or remote natural escapes, Florida's beaches have something for everyone. Just remember, the Gulf side is generally calmer and warmer, while the Atlantic side has stronger surf and waves. No matter which coast you choose, sunsets are spectacular on the Gulf, while sunrises on the Atlantic are equally breathtaking. Stretching more than 100 miles into the ocean, the Florida Keys are a tropical paradise unlike anywhere else in the U.S. Connected by the stunning overseas highway, driving the Keys is an adventure in itself, with turquoise waters on both sides and scenic bridges linking island after island. The first of the Keys, Key Largo, is world famous for diving and snorkeling. The John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park was America's first underwater park, and it's still one of the best places to explore vibrant coral reefs and marine life, either by diving, snorkeling, or even glass-bottom boat tours. Isla Morada, often called the sport fishing capital of the world, draws anglers from across the globe. But it's not just about fishing. There are art galleries, breweries, and relaxing seaside dining. Marathon in the Middle Keys is great for families, with attractions like the Turtle Hospital, where you can learn about conservation and see rescued sea turtles up close. The Keys combine tropical beauty with a laid-back island lifestyle. Finally, at the southernmost tip lies Key West, the quirky, colorful heart of the Keys. Here you'll find Ernest Hemingway's house, with its famous six-toed cats, lively Duval Street full of bars and music, and Mallory Square, where every night crowds gather for a sunset celebration. Whether you come for diving, fishing, history, or just soaking up the Caribbean-style atmosphere, the Keys are unforgettable. Miami may be famous for its beaches, but the city's true magic lies beyond the shoreline. It's a melting pot of cultures, full of art, history, and hidden gems. Let's start with the Wynwood Walls, one of the world's most impressive open-air street art galleries. Entire warehouse walls are transformed into colorful murals by internationally renowned artists, and the surrounding neighborhood is full of trendy cafes, boutiques, and craft breweries. Then head to Little Havana, the beating heart of Miami's Cuban community. Along Calle Ocho, you'll find domino parks where locals play for hours, live salsa music drifting from cafes, and restaurants serving authentic Cuban food. Don't miss trying a Cuban sandwich or sipping a cafecito. Time your visit for the monthly Viernes Culturales festival, when the streets come alive with art and music. For a more laid-back vibe, Coconut Grove offers shady streets lined with banyan trees, outdoor cafes, and a bohemian atmosphere. Nearby, Coral Gables is known for its Mediterranean Revival architecture, the Venetian Pool, a historic swimming pool built in 1923, and the Grand Biltmore Hotel. Nature lovers should explore Biscayne National Park, which is 95% water. Accessible only by boat or kayak, it protects mangroves, islands, and coral reefs teeming with marine life. Snorkeling, diving, and island hopping tours reveal a completely different side of Miami, quiet, wild, and peaceful. Miami is also a city of food and nightlife. Beyond Cuban flavors, you'll find influences from across Latin America and the Caribbean. From Venezuelan arepas to Haitian griot, Peruvian ceviche to Jamaican jerk chicken. The city also has a buzzing nightlife scene, from rooftop bars with skyline views to salsa clubs that keep the music going until sunrise. Miami is far more than just a beach. It's a vibrant cultural crossroads, where art, history, nature, and food all collide to create one of Florida's most dynamic destinations. Florida isn't just about beaches and cities. It's also home to one of the most unique ecosystems in the world, the Everglades. Spanning 1.5 million acres, this subtropical wilderness is sometimes called the River of Grass because of its slow-moving fresh water flowing through endless sawgrass marshes. The Everglades are a haven for wildlife. It's one of the few places on Earth where alligators and crocodiles live side by side. You'll also find manatees, turtles, and over 350 species of birds. From roseate spoonbills to the majestic osprey. The most iconic way to experience the Everglades is on an airboat tour, gliding across the marshes with the wind in your hair, while spotting gators basking in the sun. But there are many other ways to explore. Ranger-led hikes, kayaking through mangrove tunnels, or cycling the Shark Valley Loop, where a tall observation tower gives panoramic views. The Everglades are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a crucial reminder of how fragile and important Florida's natural environments are. It's not just a visit. It's an adventure into one of America's great wild places. Florida's Gulf Coast isn't just about beaches. Its cities offer culture, history, and some of the best sunsets you'll ever see. Let's start with Tampa. Once known mainly for its port, Tampa has reinvented itself as a vibrant cultural hub. The Tampa Riverwalk stretches for miles along the Hillsborough River, connecting parks, museums, and restaurants. Stop at the Tampa Museum of Art or the family-friendly Florida Aquarium. Don't miss Ybor City, the historic Cuban neighborhood where cigar factories once thrived. Tampa also has a buzzing food and craft beer scene, making it a great city break. Just down the coast is Sarasota, a city that blends beach life with arts and culture. The jewel here is the John and Mabel Ringling Museum of Art, built by the circus magnate, which houses a world-class collection in a palatial waterfront setting. Sarasota is also known for its theater, ballet, and opera, a rare cultural mix for a beach town. Further south, you'll find Naples. This elegant city is all about relaxation with a touch of luxury. Stroll along Fifth Avenue South for boutique shopping, enjoy waterfront dining, or walk the historic Naples Pier at sunset. A bit north of Naples is Fort Myers, a city with a more laid-back vibe. Fort Myers Beach offers lively entertainment, while nearby Sanibel and Captiva Islands are famous for their seashells and wildlife refuges. And we can't forget St. Petersburg, just across the bay from Tampa, known as St. Pete. It's home to the Salvador Dali Museum, vibrant street art, and one of the liveliest downtown waterfronts in Florida. Combine that with award-winning beaches like St. Pete Beach, and you've got a destination that mixes art and relaxation. Florida's Gulf Coast cities are proof that the Sunshine State isn't just about thrills. It's also about culture, relaxation, and some of the most spectacular coastal views you'll ever see. On Florida's northeast coast lies St. Augustine, the oldest continuously inhabited European settlement in the United States. Founded by the Spanish in 1565, the city is over 450 years old, and everywhere you turn, history comes alive. The crown jewel is the Castillo de San Marcos, a 17th-century stone fortress built from coquina, a local shellstone that proved almost indestructible against attacks. Beyond the fort, the historic district is full of cobbled streets, horse-drawn carriages, and centuries-old buildings. For something a little different, visit the Fountain of Youth Archaeological Park. This site claims to be where Spanish explorer Ponce de León landed in search of eternal youth. St. Augustine also has a fascinating collection of museums, including the Leitner Museum. Nearby, the Grand Flagler College was once the luxurious Ponce de León Hotel, and its architecture is breathtaking. And when the sun sets, St. Augustine takes on a whole new atmosphere. The city is often called one of the most haunted in America, and ghost tours through the old streets and cemeteries are both fun and chilling. With its unique blend of Spanish, British, and American history, St. Augustine feels like stepping back in time, offering a side of Florida that's completely different from the beaches and theme parks. Beyond the beaches and cities, Florida is home to hundreds of freshwater springs, some of the largest and clearest in the world. These natural wonders are perfect for travelers who want to cool off, connect with nature, and enjoy outdoor adventures. In Central Florida, Silver Springs is legendary. Once famous for its glass-bottom boat tours, it's still one of the clearest springs in the state. Icatuckney Springs State Park is a favorite for tubing. You can float lazily down the spring-fed river, surrounded by lush forests and wildlife. Over on the Gulf Coast, Weeki Wachee Springs is both quirky and beautiful. It's known for its live mermaid shows, a Florida tradition since the 1940s, but also offers kayaking down the Weeki Wachee River, where you might spot manatees and otters. Speaking of manatees, Blue Spring State Park near Orlando is one of the best places to see them. For a wilder experience, head north to the Santa Fe River or Ginnie Springs, popular with divers and snorkelers for their underwater caves. The Ocala National Forest offers hiking, camping, and swimming in natural springs hidden beneath the trees. On the Gulf side, the 10,000 Islands provide opportunities for kayaking through mangrove mazes, while the Apalachicola National Forest showcases Florida's wilder, quieter side. Florida's springs and outdoor landscapes reveal a whole new side of the Sunshine State, one where clear waters, lush forests, and incredible wildlife remind you just how diverse this state really is. Florida's Panhandle is one of the state's best-kept secrets. The nearby 30A highway runs through a string of charming coastal towns like Seaside and Rosemary Beach, known for pastel-colored houses, bike-friendly streets, and a relaxed small-town feel. Panama City Beach is a lively spot with a famous boardwalk, plenty of water sports, and nightlife. Pensacola adds a dose of history and culture to the mix. Home to one of the oldest European settlements on the Gulf Coast, its historic downtown is full of charming buildings, shops, and restaurants. The National Naval Aviation Museum is another highlight, one of the best aviation museums in the country, and it's free to visit. For nature lovers, the Gulf Islands National Seashore stretches across much of the Panhandle. This protected area preserves pristine barrier islands, dunes, and coastal habitats. It's ideal for hiking, birdwatching, and finding a quiet spot on the sand far from the crowds. For travelers who want a mix of natural beauty, history, and relaxed coastal living, the Florida Panhandle offers one of the Sunshine State's most rewarding, yet underrated destinations. Orlando may be best known for its theme parks, but the city itself has a lot to offer beyond roller coasters and characters. Start in downtown Orlando, where Lake Eola Park is a local favorite. You can rent a swan-shaped paddle boat, stroll the lakeside walking trail, or catch live performances at the Walt Disney Amphitheater. Just a short drive away is Winter Park, a charming neighborhood with brick-lined streets, boutique shops, and a wealth of cultural attractions. The Charles Hosmer Morse Museum houses the world's largest collection of Tiffany glass, while the scenic boat tour glides through canals linking the area's beautiful lakes. For foodies, Orlando's dining scene has exploded in recent years. Beyond the typical chains, you'll find international cuisine reflecting the city's diverse communities, from authentic Vietnamese dishes along Mills Avenue to Puerto Rican, Brazilian, and Caribbean flavors scattered across the metro area. If you're craving nature, Orlando is surrounded by it. Within an hour's drive, you can reach natural springs like Wekiwa Springs State Park or Blue Spring State Park for swimming, kayaking, and spotting manatees in winter. The Lake Apopka Wildlife Drive is another hidden gem, perfect for birdwatching and photography. Orlando Beyond the Parks offers a completely different experience. One filled with lakeside charm, cultural treasures, international flavors, and easy access to nature. Just a short drive south of Orlando, in Kissimmee, lies Old Town, a one-of-a-kind entertainment district that feels like stepping back in time. At the heart of Old Town are its classic car shows and cruises, a tradition that's been running for more than 30 years. Families will find plenty of attractions, from a towering Ferris wheel that lights up the skyline at night, to roller coasters, go-karts, and haunted houses. You can grab a burger and milkshake at a diner, browse quirky souvenir stores, or relax with live music at one of the outdoor stages. Old Town might not have the thrills of Disney or Universal, but it offers something just as memorable. A slice of classic Americana, filled with charm, nostalgia, and fun for all ages. No trip to Florida would be complete without a visit to the Kennedy Space Center, located on the Space Coast about an hour east of Orlando. This is where America launched its Apollo missions to the moon, where space shuttles once blasted into orbit, and where NASA and SpaceX continue to shape the future of space exploration. The visitor complex is packed with incredible exhibits. You can stand nose-to-nose with the real Space Shuttle Atlantis, walk beneath towering Saturn V rockets in the Apollo Saturn V Center, and experience what it feels like to launch into orbit on the Shuttle Launch Experience Simulator. One of the highlights is meeting real astronauts, who share their stories and insights during daily presentations. You can also tour the spaceport grounds, seeing launch pads and the iconic vehicle assembly building where rockets are prepared for flight. If you time your visit right, you might even witness a live rocket launch, an unforgettable sight and sound as a rocket streaks into the sky over Florida's coast. The Kennedy Space Center isn't just an attraction. It's a journey into humanity's greatest adventure, space exploration. From the tropical Keys and the wild Everglades to historic St. Augustine and the emerald waters of the Panhandle, Florida has so much more than just theme parks. Whether you're chasing adventure, history, or relaxation, the Sunshine State offers endless possibilities. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Infinite Horizons, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring.